Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, it feels like forever since our last Star Wars Retro Collection release, so I decided to hop on here and do a little bit of speculation or maybe wishing for what kind of waves I'd like to see next. So we do know that at some point here in the near future we will be getting the Book of Boba Fett wave, although that has not yet gone up for pre-order. And then during the Ahsoka series, it has been heavily rumored that we will get a release or at least reveal of an Ahsoka wave of retro collection figures. Right now, we are getting some kind of sneak previews on which figures will be released in the vintage collection from Ahsoka, and so those might be kind of the same figures that we get in a retro collection wave. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But what I'd like to talk about today is what I want to see down the line a little farther. For me, I think the most fun waves that we've had, other than the original trilogy waves, are just the Mandalorian figures. The Andor wave was kind of a bust, but I think that the Mandalorian waves have done pretty well. And after Season 3 of The Mandalorian, there are just so many awesome figures that I want to see in this collection. So I'm going to go through my list. It was really hard to kind of cut down to about 8 figures or so, which would probably be the max that we'd see in a wave. But I'm going to go through my picks, and you can let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. As always, if you do enjoy these videos, please make sure to subscribe. We're trying to grow our channel a little bit. Make sure to like the video and leave us a comment with what you think about it. All right, so now into my picks for this wave. So the first figure that I'm going to go with, now it is hard because all 8 of these spots are very valuable in my mind, but this character has been a mainstay throughout the entire Mandalorian series, and that of course is Peli Motto. She has made appearances in all 3 seasons of The Mandalorian, as well as the Book of Boba Fett. And really, she's Mandalorian's main mechanic at this point. So Hasbro, it's time. We need a figure of hers. So the next figure, again, would be a character that I really just can't leave off this list. Somebody that's made appearances, again, in all 3 seasons of Mando, as well as Book of Boba Fett. And that is Paz Vizsla. This is really our last chance to get this figure, unless they kind of backtrack, because of course we saw his sacrifice at the end of season 3. So, you know, we really need to just kind of honor this character, get him in the line. I don't even care if this is a separate release as a deluxe retro collection figure and we pay a little more, but we need Paz Vizsla. Such a great character, such a cool looking character. Got to have him in the line. So next up, we're going to switch gears a little bit and just kind of get a really cool cameo figure. My first pick for the little short cameos is Kelleran Beck. So he is the Jedi Master that saved Grogu during Order 66, played by Ahmad Best, which of course is, just really a cool storyline in and of itself. So I think that this character would be an awesome one to have. Get another Jedi, get some cool sabers with this character, and let's get him in the line. All right, so another kind of quick cameo character that I just really fell in love with, the design and look, and this might be kind of a controversial pick, but I really like Gorian Shard. Now, of course, I believe he died in Mandalorian Season 3. I guess that's not 100% confirmed, but just a really different looking, fun alien figure that I think would be fun to have in the line. I always like getting the bad guys. So I would like this character. I know many of you may not, but I think he looks cool, and I would add him into my group of 8. The next character then would be Carson Teva. So again, he's been kind of a mainstay throughout the series. My pick for this character would be to have him in the kind of leather pilot jacket that he is wearing in the bar scenes of this season. We could also get him just in his flight suit. But, Carson's such a cool character. I'd really like to get him in the wave as well. So that puts my count at 5 figures, and then we have 3 spots left, and we're going to go dark side or bad guys, Empire, whatever you want to call it, for these last 3 picks. So, of course, we have to have Moff Gideon in his awesome Dark Trooper Mandalorian whatever style armor. looks so badass, and I just can't see them passing up this opportunity for this character. Kind of similarly, then we move on to the Praetorian Guards with their kind of hybrid Mando helmets. I remember seeing these helmets in a leaked photo about a year before Season 3 dropped, and I just was really excited about it. Very cool looking characters. I would love to see one of these in the wave as well. And then last but not least, as far as the Empire figures, the Imperial Super Commandos, or the white armored Mandalorian figures. That would be my 8th figure. You know, and we got a couple of troop builders here as well. I think that all of these would sell well. A lot of people would probably want multiples. So I think from just a marketing standpoint for Hasbro, I think those would be very smart picks. All right, so that concludes my official wave of 8 characters. Now, I did leave a couple off that I'd like to just kind of give an honorable mention to. The first of which would be R5-D4. This little droid was just so much fun to have in this season, is such a big part of it. I love that he kind of has become Mando's astromech droid, and I really do think that we will get this character in the retro collection. My hope is that he is part of a wave of figures to round out the A New Hope line of figures. We only have a few left to complete that film. So I'm holding out hope that we get it in that wave instead of the Mandalorian wave, but got to have R5 for sure. The other honorable mention would be IG-12, where you could have a little slot to put Grogu into. I think that would be a great addition. I just honestly don't really know how that would work. You know, they'd have to get pretty creative with how to get Grogu in there. So I'm more leaving it off just because I'm not sure how that figure would really be realistic for Hasbro to put together. And then, of course, we have 2 figures that I definitely don't want to see in this line, and that is Jack Black and Lizzo. No offense to those actors, but don't want those characters in this line, Hasbro. Leave them out. Anyways, that's my thoughts on Wave 3 or Season 3 of Mandalorian for the Star Wars Retro Collection figures. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.